Greetings Space Cadets and welcome back for another video. In today's video we're going to be discussing version 1.7.4 of our accounting solution software. So in this update you have new features such as the Alexa Flash Briefing Publisher and the one-click multi-pay on customer invoices. So to get started we need to install the update. You'll have been sent the link to download the latest version. So simply extract that from the zip file and then from the icon on your desktop right click and go open file location. And then simply from the downloaded zip file drag and drop straight across. If you're prompted with this message here, just simply click replace file at file and destination. Once that's done, simply launch the system to install the next elements. And when prompted with the security warning, simply click Enable Content. Next, when prompted to update now, simply press Yes. Now the installation is complete, and unfortunately this update requires an additional modification made, but we'll do that for you, but I will show you what needs to be changed here. So simply press OK, we'll let the system load, and then simply exit the system. To make the small modification that's required, simply double click on the database file, the DB transparent aluminum file, and scroll until you find the table order header. Then we just right click on that and enter design view. And then we're simply finding multi-pay, going to lookup and double clicking twice until that says checkbox. That's the only modification that is required, and that's simply because Microsoft have removed the code necessary to do this automatically. But it's not a worry because we will do this for you. So now we will launch the system and demonstrate the new features. If you're using ID badges, you can simply scan your ID to log on. And you'll be prompted by the message explaining what the updates are in this release. And simply close that. First we're going to discuss the Alexa Flash Briefing Publication System. There's an extra control added on the main menu called Other Functions. In here we've added the Task Manager, Temperature Log, the ID Badge Creation, the Cortex Chat Room, and of course the Alexa Flash Briefing. So simply click on that. Once the Alexa Flash Briefing Publisher loads, you'll see the form is self-explanatory. You enter a title, you have the body of your text, you have a close, which is something that will be said at the end of every one of your published flash briefings. You also have a website address as well. Now this can be to a direct article, maybe it's on your website or somewhere else, or your social media, or just keep it as your homepage. You also have the folder location where your flash briefing code file is going to be saved. This must be a Dropbox account. And you also have the file name that's going to be used when it's when published, and it will be put into that folder. Please note that the Alexa Flash Briefing Publisher does not come as standard with the accounting solution software. It requires an additional license to be purchased, but contact us for further details. This is also available as a standalone product again. Just contact us for more details and we'll be able to help you with that. So I've prepared an example of a new skill that we're going to update. We're going to update our photography tips and tricks. So to do that, we simply come into the boxes, delete the previous text, and just type it in there. If you leave a box empty, it will automatically fill, or if you double click in a box, it will just come up with the example as well. Then we're going to choose our Dropbox file location. So simply from the desktop here, we'll find our Dropbox folder and then simply set it to that. You can just save and come back to this later by tapping save, and you'll be prompted that your briefing has been saved but not published. But what we're going to do is we're going to publish this, but first of all this updates instantaneously online. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the current flash briefing. If I just pull my Echo Spot over, Alexa Flash Briefing.
Here's your flash briefing. In photography tips and tricks from transparentaluminium.net, Photoshop square crop theory. Cropping an image square cuts down on the perceived horizontalness or verticalness of an image. When the dominating line of a horizontal image
Alexa,
is the horizon.
stop. So now we're going to publish the skill to Alexa, and you'll see that this instantaneously goes through. So you see your skill has been published. Alexa Flash Briefing.
Here's your flash briefing. In photography tips and tricks from transparentaluminium.net, photographing the moon. The rise of a full moon is one of the most predictable things in nature, so capturing the best moon photos comes down to preparation and prevailing weather conditions. To make a photo where the moon looks large enough in the frame, you will need a
Alexa, stop.
telephoto.
So there you can see that your flash briefing is updated instantaneously, so your entire audience around the globe will get your information straight away. I will add as well, just for some editing information, you see here the text to publish. This will just give you an example of what in its entirety is going to be read by Alexa when you publish your skill. There's also a set of characters which are not able to be used by Alexa, but they've been filtered out automatically. So for example, if you have square brackets perhaps in your text, these will be removed instantaneously, so you don't need to worry about them. Another thing as well is such things as an apostrophe. Those will be taken out as well. But you don't need to worry because we're not looking at the way the text looks. Alexa will read it regardless. Next we're going to look at the one-click multi-pay on customer invoices. This new one allows you to select multiple invoices and pay them off in a single click. So let's go to the account manager and account customer payments, and you want bulk account customer payments. You see there's been some additions to the form, but it's easy enough to explain that if we actually use it. So if we go to workshop, and you see I've created a set of invoices that we can work with today. You still can pay these off just as normal, just by double clicking on them once you've got the payment information in. So let's pop some payment information in, and let's put a reference as ABC, and simply come over here, and in the multi-tick column you just want to tick that box there, and then once you move off you will see that the £50 has been added that we have so far to pay, and you still have to find £250 in order to use up the entire allotted money there. The easiest way to do this though is just simply from here, using the arrow keys, just simply fill out these, and let's see, we've got £50 left to go, and that will look there is to pay for everything. So once you have those selected, you'll see the payment there is all locked in place. We simply want to go pay all. And there we go, that has now paid off all those invoices in a single click. Now there is extra handling on this as well, so if say for example a customer doesn't give us the correct amount of money to cover all of the invoices, or to cover a full payment on a final one, let's say they give us £150 in a payment. And let's say for example we want to pay off these two invoices here. So you'll see that there's £50 short for that because we're looking for £200 to pay those. That's not a problem. We'll simply press pay, and you'll be told that on one of the invoices it couldn't make the full payment. And you'll see there that invoice still has an outstanding balance of £50, and yet it's still used up all the funds in that payment from the customer. This also works from the other's perspective. So let's say they gave us £400. And on this one we will select a 200 and a 100. So you see there, as much as we've got £400, we've only used 300 of it, leaving us with 100. So now if we click pay all, and once that's paid, that will automatically produce a credit. So you'll see here that the workshop has £100, so we'll simply go on there and the credit will appear just as normal. And then of course you can use that £100 there just in the standard way if you wish to, of double clicking on orders. So how much have we got left to spend? We've got £50 left in the pot, so let's pay a part payment off on that one. So there we go, that should greatly improve the speed and efficiency of processing payments from customers. This update will be rolling out in the next couple of weeks, so don't forget to rate, comment, favourite and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.